Good morning and welcome. Before we begin the proceedings, please remain standing, or please stand, for our national anthem. Please be seated. I'm Bill Jeffries, Provost of Geisinger College of Health Sciences, and welcome to our 2025 commencement ceremony. It's a great joy to be with you all today as we celebrate our associate degree students and welcome them as new nurses. I want to thank the staff and faculty of our School of Nursing for the tremendous work that they do to educate the next generation of nurses. You, the graduates, are proof of their dedication. And I want to acknowledge and thank everyone, friends, family, significant others who have supported you in your journey. Today is an important milestone for you. The degree you've earned sets you on a path of service and a career that is meaningful, rewarding, and important. Some of you, perhaps most of you, have already worked in some capacity as a caregiver, so you know the work is demanding, but it gives back. At the end of the day, you'll know that you've done something meaningful, something good, something that makes a difference. Today, I want you to understand how pivotal a role you will play as you join a care team as a nurse. Pennsylvania could have a shortfall of more than 20,000 RNs by 2026. Pennsylvania's workforce shortage is among the most severe in the nation, thanks to our Commonwealth's aging and retiring healthcare workforce, too few educators and clinical training opportunities for healthcare professionals, and more patients who need acute care. When you think about the problem, you can see how and why Geisinger School of Nursing is so important, not just here in Lewistown, but across the Commonwealth. You are the heart of healthcare. A team-based care model like Geisinger's cannot function without qualified and caring nurses carrying out their mission. So please remember that at the end of every day. Remember that healthcare gives us good days and bad days, but it never gives us a day without value or meaning. I'm so proud of each of you, and I know you're headed for wonderful careers. So congratulations to the class of 2025. Now, I know you in the class are not used to seeing me, but I want to introduce you to somebody that you're very familiar with, the Geisinger College of School of Nursing's director, Beth Finkbeiner, MSN RN, for some remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Jeffries. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, graduates, on reaching this important milestone. You have all worked very hard to make this moment, so please take a moment and enjoy it. I have often talked about the joy of nursing with nursing students in the past. What do I mean by that? Webster's defines joy as the emotion evoked by well-being, success, or good fortune, or by the prospect of possessing what one desires. I would actually like to think that joy is more than an emotion, as emotions come and go. Joy to me is more of an underlying sense of well-being or satisfaction or contentment or possessing what one desires, despite what happens on a daily basis. My hope for all of you is that you can experience the joy of nursing like I have. This does not mean that you won't have tough days, but hoping that despite the tough days, you have the underlying sense that you are doing what you are meant to do. That at the end of the day, you know you did your best despite the challenges that you faced. Here are some examples of the joys of nursing. Witnessing a baby's first breath, assisting in making a person comfortable as they take their last breath, saving a life, comforting loved ones when a life couldn't be saved, sitting on the side of a bed talking to a patient who can't sleep in the middle of the night, working with other team members to develop a plan of care for a challenging patient, providing care for patients who come into the emergency department, caring for patients who now need care in a long-term care facility, precepting new graduates, working on a med-surg floor or in an OR or an ICU, pursuing higher degrees, becoming a nurse practitioner, a researcher, a nurse midwife, or even a nurse educator, working full-time or only part-time. The options really are endless, and these are the joys of nursing. You may not find your joy in the very first job you take, so try a different one. Try a different area of nursing. Don't limit yourself. This, again, is the joy of nursing. So my challenge to each of you today is go and find your joy. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our class of 2025 president, Ibu Stugar.
Thank you, Mrs. Fingsbeiner, Provost and executives, Associate Dean, Director, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, and the graduating students. Today is a momentous day as we gather here to celebrate the graduation of Geisinger School of Nursing Class 2025. And congratulations to each and every one of us. And can we please give a round of applause to the graduating class? Thank you. I believe there is no better day than today to recognize our journey towards earning our nursing degree. It has been a long, challenging path filled with many tough days, moments of doubt, and hard work. But through faith in ourselves and perseverance, we've achieved what once seems impossible. So be proud of it. And while we celebrate today, as graduates, I would like us all to remember that our learning, unfortunately, does not end here. Nursing, as we know, is a profession where knowledge and skill is continuously gained on the job. So we must remain humble and open-minded, always eager to learn and grow. And we have to understand that our work as nurses is intriguing and vital, because we deal with human's life. And each patient is going to be a unique story that requires compassion, skills, and dedication. And as a nurse, we are committed to caring for others and often putting their needs before our own. And yet, we must also remember to support our colleagues, to extend a helping hand whenever needed. We are a team based on our profession. So we should strive to treat every single member of the team with the same respect, dignity, and together we can face any challenge. And I would like to quote from our nursing little blue book, which states to enjoy the pressure, enjoy the stress, enjoy being uncomfortable, and not to shy away from it, but to embrace it all, because it is going to be part of our job as nurses. And finally, I would like to conclude my speech by saying today marks the beginning of a lifelong journey of learning and service. So let us embrace this path with confidence and compassion and commitment to excellence. Congratulations to class of 2025. Our future in nursing is bright and promising. Thank you all. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our class of 2025 valedictorian, Tiffany Miller. Tiffany.
Thank you so much, Ibu. I want to welcome my classmates, my family, my friends, and of course the faculty. Today, we stand at the threshold of a profession that is both a calling and a promise. For many of us, this has been a long time dream. We've missed time with family and friends to accomplish our goals. And after countless exams, long clinical hours, and enough caffeine to power a small hospital, we made it. We are nurses, so now what? Nursing school didn't just teach us anatomy, physiology, and dosage calculations. It taught us resilience. It taught us to comfort a patient in pain, to steady our hands in crisis, and to lead with both compassion and knowledge. We've learned to advocate fearlessly, to listen deeply, and to never, ever underestimate the power of human touch or a kind word. To our professors, I want to thank you for your wisdom, patience, and encouragement, even when we doubted ourselves. Throughout every simulation and clinical day, you made sure that we had faith in ourselves. Without you, none of us would be standing here today. To our families and friends, thank you for picking up the pieces when we were exhausted and doubted ourselves, for making sure we ate and slept, and most of all, for just being there to listen. Your support carried us more than you know. Most of all, to my fellow graduates, thank you for being there. Without the occasional comic relief when we most needed it, and the unending support we gave each other, we would never have made it. The world we're stepping into needs us, and we are ready, not because nursing is easy, but because we are strong, skilled, and full of heart. We are ready to show up, to speak up, and to care with excellence. We are ready to take on the nursing world by storm and show everyone that this is where we belong. So let's walk proudly today, not just because we've earned these caps and gowns, but because we've earned the privilege to make a difference. The patients, one moment, one heartbeat at a time. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go change the world. I sure hope they're ready for us. I believe I'm supposed to introduce Dr. Stout.
Thank you, Ibu and Tiffany. You are both an inspiration. So I'm Becky Stout. I'm the Associate Dean of Nursing Students Education at Geisinger College, and it is my sincere pleasure today to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Ann Underwood-Smith. Dr. Smith is a highly respected nursing education consultant, and we owe her a debt of gratitude for the role she played in launching the Geisinger School of Nursing within Geisinger College of Health Sciences. A renowned speaker and educator, Dr. Smith has been a registered nurse for 33 years, with the majority of her clinical experience in perioperative and emergency nursing, along with 24 years in post-secondary nursing education. She has held positions as dean, director, or faculty at all undergraduate levels of nursing education, and is a recipient of several awards for innovation and excellence in teaching. Her primary research focus has been on student retention and success, including interventions for high-risk students. Dr. Smith also has extensive experience in both college and programmatic accreditation, program evaluation, and curriculum development, and has been focusing on these areas in her role as a nursing education consultant with ATI for the past 6 years. She was instrumental in the strategic closure of our former diploma program and the development and launch of this new associate degree in nursing program. Her guidance was crucial during a critical period of transformation, ensuring the program maintained educational integrity and met rigorous standards. She has also served as a site reviewer for the Accreditation Commission on Education and Nursing, bringing invaluable insight into the accreditation process. Dr. Smith's expertise was vital during the reaccreditation site visit for the diploma program and again during the initial ASIN accreditation visit for the ADN program in 2024. Her steady leadership and comprehensive knowledge ensured that the program met and exceeded expectations. Dr. Smith remains a dedicated mentor to both faculty and students, generously sharing her wealth of experience and unwavering support. Her contributions have left a lasting impact on the program and continue to shape the next generation of nursing professionals. So our friend, Dr. Smith.
Good morning. I am so honored to be here to talk with you all today. I promise I will not be too long because I know I stand between you and your diploma. So everyone that knows me knows that I am a huge Geisinger School of Nursing fan. You guys have been blessed to have your education here. I promise you will not find a more caring group of nursing faculty anywhere. So it is a big privilege for me to be a part of your celebration today. I will tell you, Beth mentioned this a little bit, never once have I regretted becoming a nurse, not once in 34 years. So that, again, is our biggest wish for you, is that you will never have a day that you regret becoming a nurse. So today is the start of that journey for you, and we're honored to stand before you. And I'm going to share some reflections on the importance of a few things: self-care and resilience, and knowing your why as you step into this profession of nursing. So why do we talk about discovering your why? Because it's going to help you on some of the hard days that you're going to face as a nurse. Reflect on the moment that sparked your initial interest in becoming a nurse and the reasons that have kept you motivated moving through your education. It's essential that you remember that purpose, as it will help guide you during some of the challenging times. And understanding that purpose and remembering your passion for nursing helps you stay motivated and energized during some of those long days. It gives you the strength to overcome the obstacles and to continue to provide quality care for your patients. Consider putting inspirational pictures, quotes, notes in your locker that are your why, your family, inspirational quotes. It's evidence-based, people. There you go, right? That works. To be able to visualize those goals, visualize those reminders is definitely helpful. For me, as a nurse educator, it's you, the students in days like this, that are my why. It's a single mother who sobbed through the entire graduation because she, for the first time in her life, was going to be able to have health insurance for her 5 children. She was not going to have to worry about feeding her 5 children, and she was going to have retirement. Those examples are why I am a nurse educator. So having a clear understanding of your why does help you stay focused and prioritize your time as a nurse. And it really will help you to align with your aspirations and to find your joy, as Beth talked about. We know nursing is very emotionally and physically demanding. So I'm going to talk a little bit about resilience, because the why is the first help. but you also have to think about how you're going to take care of yourself. I think you guys already know that nursing takes a toll on you physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And the only way that you're going to remain healthy as you work as a nurse is to prioritize your own self-care. We want to help you and remind you of these things so that you can prevent burnout, so you will also enjoy a long, productive, passionate career as a nurse. One of my nursing classmates, so that's the other reminder, this group of people with you right now will be your lifelong friends. So one of my classmates from a while ago, who is a hospice nurse and has been for a really long time, who are truly, I will say, the angels on earth working in hospice. She always reminds us, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? And that is so true and has resonated strongly with me throughout my career. We have to take care of ourselves first and fill our cup if we are going to provide compassionate care to others. So it is not selfish to take care of yourself first. Think about when you're on an airplane and the safety instructions, what do they tell you about the mask? Put your mask on first before helping others. Same idea. Take care of yourself first, and it will increase and strengthen your ability to take care of others. So be thinking of the strategies that have worked for you as you've grown and as you've gone through nursing school. What are some healthy habits that you can either start or continue during that first year of practice? Set boundaries. That's not easy, but set some boundaries to help protect your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It's important to know when you need to say no to overtime or other tasks that may compromise your own well-being in that moment. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine or other activities that help you deal with stress. Find what works for you and stick to it. And continue, based on your friendships that you've made here at school, build a strong support network of colleagues, friends, mentors, family members who are there as your safe place to provide guidance, encouragement, and just listening. Do not, and I will repeat that, do not be afraid to reach out for help when you're feeling overwhelmed. One of the absolute best qualities of a new nurse is knowing when to seek out resources and ask for help. We're all in this together. One of my other soapboxes is make sure you sleep. So prioritize your rest, because if you are not rested, you cannot be as healthy and resilient as you need to be. Make the sleep a priority and establish a routine that helps you relax and unwind after work. As an OR nurse, I became a master at napping, right? Because we had to if we were on call. So when I was teaching fundamentals to my students, we had a whole module on the art of napping. And they all laughed at me, but I told them, you know, college kids, my son broke all my rules. He didn't listen to anything I had to say. Imagine that. But if you sleep, you go to school, you come home at 4 p.m. and you're exhausted, and you sleep for 3 hours, what happens to your rest that night? You've just totally ruined your sleep routine, right? So 15, 20 minutes nap, max of a nap, and it will energize you to continue your work and will not mess with your sleep routine. So find those kinds of things that will help you. And then, of course, we wouldn't be nurses if we didn't say good, healthy diet and exercise also helps keep you healthy. So be kind to yourself. Acknowledge that it's okay to make mistakes, and we will all make mistakes. We will all have challenging days. Treat yourself with the same grace, compassion, and understanding that you would offer to your patients or your colleagues. Don't ignore your emotions or bottle up your feelings. Find healthy outlets and reach out again for help. Continuously learn and grow. Like Beth said, your first job may not be where you land, but keep looking for learning opportunities and areas that will bring you joy within nursing, because there's plenty out there. Take time to celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how big or how small, because recognizing and acknowledging your achievements helps boost your morale and your energy. I will say again, remember that self-care is not selfish. It is necessary for you to take good care of your patients. I want to just remind you to embrace this journey. Nursing is a career that will give back to you 100-fold what you put into it. The road is absolutely challenging, long hours, emotionally difficult situations, and frequent demands on your time, your empathy, your skills, but it is 100% always worth it. We have a direct and significant impact on the lives of others. We are often there in their worst moment, and we are able to help them and support them through that. Knowing that you're making such a positive difference is incredibly fulfilling. Approach this new profession you're joining today with a sense of purpose, compassion, and resilience, knowing that that dedication is going to pay off, and just remember your why during those really hard times. And I'll end with one of my favorite nursing quotes that I have found even more fitting after we've been through COVID. To do what nobody else will do in a way that nobody else can do in spite of all we go through, that is to be a nurse. So congratulations and welcome to this profession that we love, and have a great, great career. We're very proud of all of you.
Dr. Smith, thank you. You're always an inspiration. Dr. Jeffries, I have the distinct privilege and honor of presenting the recipients of the degree, Associate Degree in Nursing. These individuals have satisfied the requirements established by the faculty and have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Directors.
Thank you, Dr. Stout. As Provost of Geisinger College of Health Sciences, upon recommendation of the faculty and on behalf of the Board of Directors, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree, Associate's Degree in Nursing, granting all the rights and honors appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels from right to left. Okay. And honors to the one person who did it without using their hands. Very good. We now turn to the degrees earned in course. The candidates will be presented by Dr. Stout. She will first call the graduates who are present here today with us, and then she will call the names of those who could not join us today in person. Will the Associate's Degree in Nursing graduates please come forward to receive your diploma and pin as Dr. Stout reads your names.
Okay. Kylie Madison Adams. Jaden Camille Bartley. Troy Allen Bruner, cum laude. Brooke Christian Delancey. Lindsay Hartsock. Lindsay England Heath. Madison P. Heidler. Maya Sue Henderson. Jennifer Marie Kaufman. Tiffany J. Miller, magna cum laude. Emmeline I. Muthler. Alexis Park. Johanna M. Parker. Cade Pennypacker. Victoria Grace Rittenhouse. Ty Matthew Smith. Ivu Sogo. Macy Wagner. Katie I. Wakefield, cum laude. Madison Woodward. All right. Congratulations to our associate degree in nursing graduates. Yay. All right, I'd like to now introduce faculty member Wendy Nagy, who will lead us in the Nightingale Pledge.
I'm Wendy Nagy, a faculty member here at Geisinger School of Nursing. Congratulations, fellow nurses. I'm so proud of this class. As nurses, we are privileged to witness some of the most profound moments in life. That means we must commit to upholding a high ethical standard. Let us now recite together a pledge to honor that responsibility. The words of the pledge appear on the back of the program. Please stand and repeat after me. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping in the practice of my calling. I will devote myself to the welfare of my patients, my family, and my community. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibility in promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill wherever they may be and whenever they are in need. I will be active in assisting others in safeguarding and promoting the health and happiness of mankind.
Please be seated. Well, congratulations and welcome to the healthcare team. Very proud of you. Many individuals have affected your journey and helped you reach this stage. And as a token of gratitude, please be sure that you present one of the 3 carnations that you've been given to these mentors and friends as you see fit. Now, please join in my favorite part, the singing of the alma mater. You'll find the words in your program. We ask that our guests remain in their seats until the stage party, faculty, and students have recessed. Then go and enjoy your day and celebrate your accomplishment. The alma mater.
May her roots reach valleys deep, raising the promise we will keep. Geisinger planted, now we reap. We will grow, our voices hear. Arise, stand tall, in the name of better health. Arise, stand tall, for our dear old Commonwealth. Teachers and colleagues by our sides, with our communities as guides, forge us a purpose proud and kind as we carry her name on. Arise, stand tall, in the name of better health. Arise, stand tall, for our dear old Commonwealth. Arise, stand tall, in the name of better health. Arise, stand tall, for our dear old Commonwealth.